What is going on, YouTube? This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics Collectibles, and welcome back to another video. We're here, guys, today for Cop or Drop. This is episode number 4. If you guys haven't checked out the first 3 episodes of Cop or Drop, I'm going to tell you to stop this video right now and check out episodes 1, 2, and 3. They were really awesome, got some great feedback, and I guarantee that you will enjoy them. But like I said, we're here for Cop or Drop episode 4. I'm going to go over 2 books with you guys today like I always do. The first book I'm going to be going over is the book that I be buying right now in this market. And of course, the second is a book that I be dropping. If you own this book or have been looking for this book, I'm going to say stay away and get rid of it out of your collection. Before we get started in this video, like I always do, guys, if you are not a current subscriber of the channel and have been digging my content, I'm going to ask you, go ahead and click that subscribe button for me because it does help the channel out. And of course, I want you to smash that like button if you've been digging my content as well. And of course, turn on notifications because it does let you guys know when I post new videos. With that said, guys, one last thing, if you are not a member of this channel, we have just doubled in the past week. The memberships are growing, and you guys who aren't members are missing out. Click that join button for me. You will not regret it. But we're here for Cop or Drop. So again, we're going to start with a cop this week. The Cop this week is a book that is an extremely valuable book. It's a book that a lot of people want in their collections, and it has been slightly decreasing over the past couple of months. It hit its high, I believe, around 4 to 5 months ago, and right now I think this book is ready to go higher. So we're going to talk about Giant Size X-Men #1. That is going to be my cop for the week, the book that I think you guys should be buying and looking for copies right now to add to your collection. So we'll start with why. The why is because the X-Men are coming to the MCU. They've already been confirmed. There's a big rumor out there that Charles Xavier will be appearing in Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness. We don't know which Charles Xavier it is. We think assume it's the old one from the Fox movies. That's who everybody seems to think it is. Regardless, Professor X is not in Giant Size X-Men 1. That's not his first appearance. His first appearance was in the original X-Men 1, so keep that in mind. But the classic X-Men team that we all know and love, their first appearance is in Giant Size X-Men #1. Of course, it is the second appearance of Wolverine as well, and these are the crazy characters that we love as X-Men. This is their first appearance. Now, like I said, this book has gone up crazy once they announced that the X-Men are coming to the MCU over the past year. It has since started to come down a little bit, and right now I'm thinking this book is ready to go higher again. So we're going to jump into the numbers like we always do. I'm going to throw it up on the screen for you guys. As you can see, I'm going to go and talk about a 5.0 or higher because that's the grade I really want to be up. That's the lowest point that I think that we should be buying this book right now. And there's a reason for that is because I see a lot of Bronze Age books like this that are around 4.0s, 4.5s. They don't really have that luster that you see from these high-grade 70s books. So to me, the 5.0 is the low point I want to be at to own this book. If I can get a copy that's nice, bright, and white, that's what I really want. That is the main key when I'm looking to buy this book. So we're going to start, like I said, in 2020. The average for that year was $1,191. The 2021 average, believe it or not, almost tripled in price, going for $3,136 on average. That to me is a monster increase over that 1 year. The 12-month rolling average, the high is $3,182 on 31 sales, and of course the 90-day average is down to $3,052 with only 3 sales in the past 90 days at the 5.0 grade. The last sale was around $3,000, so this book is starting to go down a little bit over the past couple of months, and I think it's about to bottom. Right now, I think it's a great time to pick up this book. We got the X-Men announcement, I think, about a year ago now. People have, not that they've forgotten about it, but I think we're going to get renewed interest once Doctor Strange 2 comes out. I'd be buying this book ahead of this movie if you guys can afford it. Like I said, in a 5.0 or higher is my preference. If you can't do a 5.0 grade and you want to get something a little lower, don't go lower than a 4.0. I do not think it's worth it. The book will still go up. You just won't get the biggest jump, the biggest bang for your buck once this book starts to go up big time. With that said, guys, this is my cop for the week. It is a huge key, a massive key. Not only like 1 or 2 first appearances, I believe there's 3, 4, or 5 first appearances of these X-Men characters. A very important book out there in the X-Men lore. If you guys do not own a copy, this is my cop for the week. With that said, we're going to jump right in here to the drop of the week. And it's a book that has been all over the place over the past year. And right now is the time to sell. I would have said the time to sell was maybe about 3 or 4 months ago. But regardless, we're going to be talking about Thor #1, the 3rd cameo appearance, and of course the first full cover of Jane Foster as Thor. And I'm going to go even further to say I'm willing to sell all Jane Foster as Thor books out there right now. If you own copies of these books, I'd be selling them right now. We just got the trailer for Thor Love and Thunder. We knew that she was coming. Kevin Feige told us that she was going to appear in this movie. We finally saw what she looked like when we got the trailer. Now is the perfect time to sell this book if you own any Jane Foster Thor books for that matter. I do not think that Natalie Portman's going to go on and take on the mantle of Thor after this movie and run with it. I just don't see it happening. She had big reservations coming back to the Thor franchise in the first place. In Avengers Endgame, she didn't even film any scenes. They used a stunt double for her, her body in that movie, and they used recycled footage. So with that said, I do not think she's married to this character long term. So I do not think she's going to stick around much longer after this movie comes out. So this is the drop for me for this week, Thor #1, and all Jane Foster Thor books. Get them out of your collection now. Like I said, you probably should have sold this book about a month or two ago, but with the trailer just dropping, if you own it, now's the perfect time to sell. So that's what I'd be selling right now. This is the drop of the week, and like I said, we're going to jump into the numbers right here. So in 2020, the average sale of a 9.8 for this book was $127 on 313 sales. That is a ton of sales for one book on eBay in 1 year, guys. The 2021 average was $286, so it did double. Like I said to you guys, it's one thing I'm always looking for in these books. It did double, which is awesome. Again, just about under 300 sales for the year. The 12-month rolling average had an average of $319, so still going higher at that point. And now the 90-day average is down to $306, and about half of the sales, or only around 156 sales over the last 90 days. The last sale is down to $300. In my opinion, guys, anybody who wanted to own these books picked them up when Kevin Feige announced that she was coming to the MCU. Anybody who's still out there buying these books right now, I'm assuming they're going after the spec, but I'm also assuming that they think that she's going to be hanging around in the future of the MCU films. I personally do not think it's going to happen. I think it's all a farce. You're going to get her for this movie, and maybe you get a cameo or a small appearance in another movie, and that is going to be it. I don't see her hanging around. And with that said, why are we holding on to this book if she's not going to continue on with the character? I'm hearing that Chris Hemsworth wants to continue as Thor. I think the main Thor character is the bigger character, obviously. He is the better character, in my opinion, as well. So if you own any Thor books, I'd be picking them up now, because I got to say that when Jane Foster's Thor goes up, people are kind of assuming that she's going to take over the mantle long term. Like I said, I don't think that's going to happen. So you may see some Thor books start to drop. If they do, I'd be pouncing on them while you still can. With that said, guys, this is Cop or Drop episode 4. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the 2 books for this week. Do you agree with my picks? Would you be buying these Jane Foster Thor books at this point? I'm not. Or would you be definitely buying a giant size X-Men 1? I don't think anybody out there is going to disagree with me there. Or if you still think it's overpriced, maybe you want to hold off a little bit more. I think now's the perfect time. Before that Doctor Strange 2, hits the theaters, I think we're going to get a big surprise with regard to the X-Men. So you might want to pounce on this book as soon as you can. So hope you guys enjoyed another episode of Cop or Drop, episode 4. Like I said, check out the first 3 episodes. I guarantee you will enjoy them. With that said, this is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics Collectibles saying thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.